Hello again guys, what's up? It's Young Monster 3 here, and it's a new beginning of a new year, 2015, and now I'll just keep writing the wrong thing on every goddamn paper that I have to write the years, because you always used to write the year that's been before, so yeah, now I'm just talking shit right now, but this video is basically going to be me counting up the top 10 best movies I've watched during 2014, and that doesn't mean that it's only movies that have came out in 2014. This is just movies that I've watched for the very first time this previous year that I've enjoyed the most. This was not easy to pick out all of these 10 movies, but I just followed my IMDb list of movies that I've rated 10 and 9 and so on. Yeah, so we got a really good movies right here in the stack right here that I'm going to show you. So let's let's start with number 10, and it is some sort of exploitation. I'm not really sure if it's called exploitation because I'm not used to use that term, you already know that, but the movie I'm talking about is Savage Streets. I didn't have that big expectations for this at all, but I loved it straight away. Great revenge movie, the setting and everything, the 80s music, John Farnham's music in the background, and Linda Blair kicking ass. What more can you want? And Linnea Quigley is also in this movie, so yeah, really great and enjoyable movie. Enjoyable, I'm not really sure if you can say it enjoyable, but it's a really great movie with great acting in my opinion, so yeah, Savage Streets. And at number 9 is an 80s comedy, 80s teen movie if you say so, and this is, I'm actually going to make a top 15 teen movies in the future, so keep your eyes open for that video. But now I'm not going to talk about that. Now I'm going to talk about this movie at number 9, and the movie is Pretty in Pink. I heard this for the first time from Lola's Basement, that he wanted me to check this one out, and I did not regret that I watched this movie. I've already watched it for like maybe 5 or 6 times already, ever since I saw it the first time, and yeah, I've watched it like 5 times in 2014, so yeah, it's a basic teen kind of movie. I mean, the plot is not really anything special, but the acting and the music once again, and the characters are just likable, most of them, especially Ducky, played by John Cryer, I believe his name is. It's the same guy you already know from Two and a Half Men, for example, Molly Ringwald, and we also got Andrew McCarthy right here as well, so yeah, great movie in my opinion, Pretty in Pink. I know some people don't like the ending, but I still think it was good. And at number 8 we got a war movie from 1980 with Lee Marvin and Mark Hamill from Star Wars. You already know what movie it is. The Big Red One. One of the best war movies that I've ever seen. Probably not as good as The Platoon, but not far away. This is a really sad story, but it's such a great performance by all the actors, and it's so well made, and yeah, I'm just speechless. So yeah, Big Red One at number 8. And at number 7, this may be some sort of shocker for some of you, but this movie was so goddamn funny, I just had to put it on the number 7 place, and the movie is Dead Sushi. The funniest Japanese comedy of all time. That sounds like it's the best movie ever, but it was so goddamn funny, and I've already told you when me and The Nice Price One, for example, we we watched this, and I've never seen him laugh so much that he did when he watched this movie for the first time. And it is so funny. I mean, maybe the acting and everything was not the best, but the comedy, and you just laugh your ass off when you're watching this, and it's such a great movie. Dead Sushi at number 7, I believe it is. Yes, 7. And at number 6 is a movie that I've heard a lot from you guys that you wanted me to check out for such a long time. And it took me so long to finally check it out, and now I'm finally glad that I watched it, and the movie is The Monster Squad. Entertaining as hell. Fred Dekker, who also directed Night of the Creeps, which I actually watched today. Unfortunately, that movie couldn't make the list because I watched it too late, 2015, because I also rated that movie 10 out of 10, and this is also very enjoyable. Too bad that this director haven't really done anything else than these two movies and the Robocop 3, I believe, but I've not seen that one yet, so yeah. But anyway, The Monster Squad, highly recommended. And at number 5 is a classic, which I'm sort of ashamed of that I haven't watched before, and it's with Sissy Spacek and John Travolta, and the movie is Carrie. I'm not really going to say anything else about this movie because I know that probably all of you already know about this movie, so yeah, Carrie at number 5. And at number 4 is a movie with the two Coreys, and I love the both of the Coreys. Rest in peace, Corey Haim. He was such a great actor, and I know it's still some years ago that he passed away, but I just can't just let it go. But the movie is License to Drive. Really, once again, a really funny movie, entertaining, and yeah, check it out if you haven't seen it. License to Drive at number 4. And then is a movie which I watched during December, and I wasn't expecting that much from this movie either, but this movie completely blew me away with great acting, great bromance, great music, and cool effects for the time, if you say so, and yeah, one of the most likable characters of all time in my opinion. And the movie is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Such a fun ride. It's about these two people, Keanu Reeves and Alex, what's his name? Alex Winter, of course. Yes, he's also from The Lost Boys. These two young slackers, which both of them are about to fail in their history course if they don't get the highest. If they don't get an A+, they will like fail the whole course. So they go back in time to pick up all these historic people like Freud and Abraham Lincoln and yeah, a bunch of others. And yeah, I'm so speechless right now. I'm just going to keep on going because I've already talked for almost 10 minutes right now. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I know there's a sequel out there as well, so I'm definitely going to check that one out as well, even though I know that most of the people say that it's worse than this. But yeah, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure at number 3. And at number 2 is another movie which I really wasn't sure of what I was expecting, if you say so, but the movie is with Ashton Kutcher, and when I saw Ashton Kutcher's name I thought this is going to be such a really bad movie, because you basically only see him in comedies nowadays, but the movie is The Butterfly Effect. This is such a great movie, such a tragic story, and it's so well made, and gives you yeah, I don't really know what to expect, but I don't really know what to talk about right now because I'm so tired, and but it's about this guy, Ashton Kutcher, Evan, he's called in the movie, and he wants to change the past, or he finds a way to change the past by reading all of his old, what's it called, notebooks, or some, I think it's called notebook, sorry if I say this wrong, and then he has to go back in time, and every time he reads this he goes back in time to the exact moment where he've written this and so on, and it takes sorry for my English today, but it gives some bad consequences about all the actions that he does in every timeline, or whatever you want to call it. Check this movie out for yourself, because now I'm just talking blah, 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 nothing good at all. That was number 2, Butterfly Effect, and at number 1 is another movie which I was very ashamed that I hadn't watched before, and the movie is Stand By Me. Great movie, probably the best Stephen King adaptation out there, and yeah, and believe it or not, I might get hated by my parents for this, but I actually went home with a friend. I had one class left on the day, but I had such a long time before that class would start. I had to wait for like 3 hours or something like that, and I decided, fuck that, I'm going home with my friend to watch Stand By Me. And you know what, I do not regret that decision, because that moment I will always remember. That was the first time I watched Stand By Me, and I don't care if I missed that goddamn lesson, because I learned a lot more from this movie than that fucking lesson. So yeah, Stand By Me. Don't tell that to anyone else. Not just kidding. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed and didn't get bored, and I would probably make a top 10 worst movies that I've watched during 2014 as well, maybe, I'm not really sure, but there's definitely a top 15 teen movies coming up as well, so keep your eyes open for that one, and see you next time. Bye bye.